Bill Clinton testified in front of a grand jury about his sex life. Just thinking there might be a headline in my last comment to you. Can you imagine somebody like Sean Hannity or some conservative publication saying, Lanny Davis says there really is a deep state, at least at the FTC? And that's a headline. Harry Truman said it best: if you don't like the heat, get out of the kitchen. They put themselves into this powerful and important place of having a community of communication systems. They're being in a no-win situation. Right now, the conservatives are claiming that Facebook is censoring them, or Twitter censored President Trump by saying something that they thought was dangerous misinformation on the pandemic and COVID.
What are your thoughts about the Russian vaccine that just came out?
The Russian vaccine? I don't trust Putin as far as my distance from this laptop. My lifetime, I have never imagined the President of the United States admiring a murderous dictator like Putin. We need to have a government that is honest with us and which stands up to the Russians and stands up to Putin.
You've been in the White House, you've lived in DC, you've seen how international relations work. I guess, why should we Americans be surprised that Russia's an enemy trying to kill our soldiers, manipulate our elections, China?
We certainly have been competitors, adversaries in many ways, as we are with the Chinese. But the Chinese have not been aggressive. They haven't taken their troops and taken over territories in Europe the way the Russians have in the Ukraine. For sure, we know that the Russians seized territory. And I do say Putin. I'm not saying the Russians. What Putin has done to our democracy in intervening in 2016 and now doing it again in 2020 is a virtual act of war, and we need a strong government to challenge him. But we need to re-engage with him and try to de-escalate and go back to the days where we're able to be adversaries, but without trying to destroy each other's political system.
Are you happy with the Mueller investigation?
He pulled his punches. What president doesn't get in a subpoena? He wouldn't even meet with him without a subpoena.
Do you believe in a deep state, or is there something to this conspiracy theory that the Republicans keep pushing about, illegal espionage of the campaign?
I haven't seen a single fact that suggests that whatever they did that seemed improper and biased affected anything at all. So what conspiracy theories do is blow smoke and make you wonder. But where there's smoke, there isn't always fire, or it wouldn't be a theory, it would be a fact. So I'm willing to at least wait for their facts to show me that there was a difference made in whether to prosecute or not. Roger Stone admitted to being and Michael Cohen testified that he was a conduit between WikiLeaks and the Russians to Mr. Trump. And he lied about it, and he threatened a witness, and a jury convicted him. I do know I'm fighting an administrative process at the Federal Trade Commission, and I've actually used the expression, this resembles a deep state that the Republicans talk about, because they're permanent administrative personnel, never elected by anyone. They stay on forever, and they have immense power. Now I've given you some facts, so the deep state expression doesn't mean anything without facts. But the fact that I've been fighting at the Federal Trade Commission is an internal system where when they bring a case over the last 25 years, they win 100% of the time. Does that sound like that's equal justice? So there I'm putting some facts behind an expression. The expression deep state is like just rhetoric. I'm interested in what are the facts to show me that something deeply permanent in our government, acting contrary to accountability in politics, exists in the Federal Trade Commission administrative trial process where they win 100% of the time over 25 years. I say, okay, I've got that to allow an inference there's something wrong here. Now, I've just been a very good lawyer for a client I can't tell you about. Federal Trade Commission, if they're listening, knows what I'm talking about because I have fought them before in a case involving Whole Foods, exactly the same process, which is closed, one-sided, and always ends up in the FTC winning. And we're challenging it in the courts as we should.
What are your thoughts about